Hello, everybody, adjacent friends, family, foes, whatever you want to call yourself of the Collegiate Conference Series. I am Fox, and I am here filling in for Mr. Nation, who has got a family function going on right now. So, wishing him all the best in that endeavor, and that will determine if he is here to stream the next series after this one. He might not be, so that series might not happen. But as for this series, you got me. I am going to be your host, and we have got the Albany Great Danes taking on the NJIT, New Jersey Institute of Technology, the Highlanders, competing here for the America East Conference in CCS, the conference championship on the line, and a spot in the CCS championship as a whole. So I hope everybody is excited and ready for some exciting Rocket League and the conclusion of another conference championship here on CCS. It's been a busy week. We've been punching tickets left and right for the CCS championship. Of course, we saw the defending champion Akron Zips. They handled business very efficiently last night with a 4-0 sweep. We also saw a reverse sweep as well as a spaceman sweep. Down 3-1 in the series, UNT, the Mean Green, came back to take down Charlotte in 7 games. That was a thriller and an exciting one that we got to see on this very stream. So it is that time of year for CCS when everything, your season, everything you've been working for, it all comes down to this. And you have one goal to play for. You got one opponent in front of you standing in between you and the CCS championship. So you don't want to leave it up to the decision committee. And it looks like both teams have climbed on into the lobby. So let's see if they're both ready. If they are, we'll get them kicked off and get this America East Conference underway. Conference Championship. All right. They say yes, they are ready to go. That means we are also ready to go. And I hope that you guys are ready to go, because if you're not, well, you might want to avert your gaze, because things are about to get spicy and everything is on the line for these two teams. A best of 7 separates them from their goals. To get to it, they got to get through each other. Your whole season, everything on the line. Don't leave anything on the table. It's all here to play for. Albany and NJIT, the stage is yours. Let's see who punches the next ticket. And we are underway. Welcome to Manfield Night. As in the blue, rocking are the Albany Great Danes. In the orange, the Highlanders from NJIT. Again, if you're not familiar, NJIT, the New Jersey Institute of Technology. They are Jersey birds through and through. And rocking that orange, we do have a save coming out of Andy, having to drift on back to his zone. Make a good play. A whifty will set up Andy again, trying to become a main character like we saw in Andy do in Toy Story, and he's going to get a goal here thanks to the bump play thrown right at Albany, and in their face was Skeletron right here. He gets the touch, and then bam! The demo on the backboard opens the door, and Andy will walk it home 1-0 early on for NJIT. The Highlanders strike first in the American East Conference Championship, but a best of 7 is a long series, plenty to play for. Plenty of time to make adjustments. However, you don't want to let the series get too far out of grasp, if you can possibly help it. As a touch here will drift off the sidewall, a couple bumps here, some quick chats as well. The Highlanders trying to perhaps get in the heads of the Great Danes here out of Albany. Battle of the Northeast. Next play up for this one. Back wall is covered nicely. Skeletron got up for that one quick, and the rebound knocked away. I'm digging the suit decal, the tuxedo decal on the Finnick. I use that one myself from time to time. And the man in said Finnick is Green Bean. He's got the ball. Are the drops still working? I saw that they just had drops. It should be on Rocket League adjacent streams so long as they are active on Twitch. That one drifts through a couple players. Third man arrives, too high, rebounds available. That back wall's just wide open, and Green Bean makes no mistake. Into the back of the net it goes. We're tied at 1. Emperor Hayes puts it up. There's just no one to challenge the Bean Man, and Green Bean fires home into the net. Tied at 1. Ironically, Green Bean has the same goal explosion I have on that preset. So me and Green Bean might have a thing in common. That's crazy. That is awesome to see. This one's going to deflect wide. Off the crossbar it goes. It'll be drifted away. The adjacent wheel, I think he's got DHEs as well. If he does, then we've got pretty much the exact same preset. That's ironic. Caster and player combining our efforts. I like the taste, which is funny. I don't like the taste of Green Beans, but I like Green Beans' taste in his Finnick, and here he is with the ball. Gets it picked out of his pocket. He'll drop back for Vessels. Climbs up. Skeletron misses that one, but it will be flung towards him. A redirect here by Emperor Hayes. Look out. A shooter nearly arrived there for NJIT. Eat green beans, bro. They're very good. I mean, I eat them. I'm just not a fan. Like, they're one of the things where I know they're healthy, and if we make them, I eat them. I just don't like the flavor personally, so that's something. But I do eat them. I promise I do eat them. We actually grow them in our garden. But I grow them for the housemate, not for me. Either way, we move on. We'll stop talking about green beans and food adjacent items. We've got a game to play as that 50 will drop down. Daysky's got it. He'll challenge Green Bean in the middle. Ball gets flung into the corner here. Demo flung the way of the Highlanders. They will get a respawn on that side. A couple players jump. Daysky to clear. Maybe not for long, though. He does get bumped, but it drops down, and the numbers game works as the Highlanders end up with a outnumbered opportunity. It's Daysky firing forward, and it's Skeletron there on the follow-up. Puts the ball in the back of the net. And it's 2-1 NJIT. Gotta roast them things with some olive oil and sea salt. Alright, I'll give it a shot. We're not normally a roasting green beans type of household. Normally what we do is we boil them with a little bit of ham hock to give them that flavor. Again, that's for who I live with. That's not for me. So, but I do eat them either way. And Green Bean does have the only goal here for Albany. They'll have to keep it out of the net there as Andy came calling. Here he is again. We're talking about green beans. Why not hearing from one? But the shot did get denied. Just ironic that he is named Green Bean, one of my least favorite foods, and he's got a decal and preset that's almost the exact same as what I've got. That's funny as a caster. Shot towards target, handled by Daysky, but Green Bean's got it. Towards midfield, it does drift through. It has to be deflected away to safety by Andy. Now good collection here by Emperor. Roasting adds so much flavor. I bet it does. A little bit of olive oil, maybe some garlic near the end. Don't want to burn the garlic, though. Is now looking for a hot finish. Was Emperor Blaze, but he got denied in the air. Vessels to go next. Nice touch forward. Rebound available, but Skeletron will pick it off to the sidewall. But he got his boost stolen. Green Bean went for a bump on Daysky. Didn't get it, but the pass is still going to connect. The shot, though, couldn't get by the defender who was falling. Good defense by the Highlanders. NJIT making the saves that they need to here at the end of Game 1. A game which has seen a lot of Green Bean adjacent discussion. Oh, Nation's going to watch this VOD and he's going to be like, what am I doing? Why am I asking this man to cast the conference championship? There's a Green Bean on your screen as Emperor Hayes comes all the way through. What a pass right here. The beautiful redirect off the ceiling touch. Down and in. Green Bean will strike, and that was a blistering hot finish. Talk about a roasting Green Bean. He is roasting the defense of NJIT right here. But look out. It's going to drift through. Open goal. Defensive collapse does stall the Albany comeback right where it started. It's Skeletron. He got bumped. And then Emperor Hayes gets caught on the fake, and the ball goes all the way through it into the back of the net. 3-2 NJIT. The Highlanders take their lead. Right back from whence it came. a tough goal to give up for Albany, especially after just getting the tying goal, although they'll come back. The back wall unimpeded, but the touch there from Daysky will be enough to finish the game, and that is going to be game 1 to the Highlanders. NJIT First Blood. And it was the Green Bean owning most of the offense for his team. He had 66% of the shooting for his club. He had both goals as well. On the other side, Skeletron doing a lot of heavy lifting, 100% goal participation for him. It's got to feel good to get the first game under the belt and get a dub. So for the Highlanders, all systems go. Albany, don't let that comeback momentum falter, as you do still have to try and climb back in this series. We'll see what they can bring us in game 2 as we head on over into the Forbidden Temple. Uh-oh, do we have all the players in the lobby? We might be waiting on someone to connect. Let's quickly... There he is. Mr. Vessels has arrived. We're good now. Sometimes that's how it goes in Rocket League. Some slow server load times recently. That's okay. Everybody's here and we're underway as Emperor Blaze carries this ball forward. Vessels climbing up there. He has got a wicked preset, does Vessels. That thing is all sorts of purple and a little bit sparkly. Now it'll be deflected wide. Nice play here for Vessels, but unfortunately the ball does get picked off of his card. Daysky to go next, not for long, as the possession does get traded here a couple times. Here comes Green Bean, knocks it across the goal mouth. Over into the left side of the field, right if you are the Highlanders, as Andy accidentally tripped up his teammate, but now gives him a pass, and that is a good way to say sorry for tripping you up there, bud. How about an assist? Right there, he tripped up Skeletron, said, excuse me, sir, I need to... Oh, here you go. Hands off the ball. Nice little passing play there, and NJIT, again, strike first. And a time left on the clock that I'm sure some people would be enjoying. I not being one of those. That's another green topic, but that is for another day, another time. Green Bean to clear. Emperor Blaze now challenging the aerial defense. He does get bumped for his trouble. The ball got through, but Skeletron, no problems clearing this one downfield. He and Vessels, meeting of the minds there. Green Bean gets eliminated. Look out. Emperor Blaze had to come racing back to save that one. Now Daysky tries to beat the defense of Albany, but the Great Danes do clear. Midfield line covered here by Green Bean. Daysky to take it over. Seeing a lot of back and forth play here. Nice pass attempt. The flick wasn't enough to beat Andy. Look out. This is dangerous. And Andy sees himself all the way through the open door that he created. This 50 right here was huge. Gets over Vessels, who just doesn't have the boost to get up to it. And an easy read for Andy. Drops it into the net. It's 2-0 here for the Highlanders. Green Bean is the GOAT. I love Green Bean. We were just talking about Green Beans, if you're just joining us. And Green Bean had the only 2 goals for Albany. He has been the only person to score for the Great Danes so far in this series. That one will be cleared, an open net, but the ball is shot wide. So time for the Great Danes to recover and get back. Up to the backboard. Oh, a touch that falls into the hands of NJIT. Great play from Green Bean to collect this ball and dump it downfield. Now 50 across. Emperor Hayes will deflect this one wide. Vessels to go next. He had one player to beat, did so, not quite on the second man. And he gets it 50 through. Green Bean strikes again. And it's 2-1, the lead cut in half for NJIT. Albany gets a goal here on the big time challenge here, right there. Green Bean flinging that ball straight through into the heart of the net. And Batman strikes back. Green beam, gleam, green beam, blah, blah, blah. It's a tongue twister. That's for sure. Either way, he has his 3rd goal of the series and has given some life here to Albany in the offensive department, as they found themselves down by 2, no longer They are now down by 1. Redirect attempt here for Skeletron is good. Into the corner it goes. Drifts through everybody. Green Bean to go next, but he's getting 50. No, Skeletron fell off the wall. Gives himself the old ... quick chat. And now a chance for Albany to counter. Emperor Hayes picks up the boost. Gets the ball up. He's got to beat Skeletron in the air and does that. All the way through. Pass is good, but the shot does drift wide. Albany has to recover here. An awkward touch there. Thrown by Daysky. Gets some help here from Skeletron. And the ball is flipped through now. Big time 50 will clear the zone as far as midfield. Just under 2 minutes to play here in Game 2. The series and the game lead both by 1 for the Highlanders. They're trying to increase it back to 2, but Emperor Hayes was having none of that. Now here he is. He'll fall off the ceiling. Pits the ball right on the crossbar. Rebound was available. Skeletron plays it away to safety. Daysky going to test that backboard presence of Emperor Hayes. It's high and wide. Good play out of him. Follow-up was no good, so Skeletron now can try to play it. Here's Daysky. Puts it towards goal. He and Skeletron couldn't quite connect the dots there. So we'll play it away. Awkward couple of bounces will outlet towards the corner. Skeletron knocking at that door. Rebound there. Shot on goal. Emperor Blaze back to stop that. Time is beginning to run short here on Albany. In Game 2, they are in danger of going down 0-2 in the series, but that backflip might spell trouble here for NJIT as here comes Blaze. Flick over 1, not through 2. Skeletron on the defensive duties. Made the save. Everybody colliding there in the corner. Ball flung towards the Albany net. Another diving save, this time by Vessels. He makes a beauty. Now the outlet pass. Here is Green Bean and Emperor Blaze pinching, but it doesn't really go anywhere. That will give a chance for Albany to recover. Man gets demoed. He'll be back on the respawn. Andy here to challenge Green Bean. Takes the ball away from him and keeps the ball hemmed in deep in the Albany territory. This is not where the Great Danes want it. That shot's just wide. That could have been the dagger. Although the offensive pressure they have might be the dagger itself. Andy to the backboard. This net's wide open. Backboard is unfortunately a good goalkeeper is the crossbar, making 2 saves there for Albany. Shot too high on a couple of occasions, and now the Great Danes on the 0-second drill. Can they get one more? No, they cannot. And NJIT open up a 2-0 lead in the series. Another close and hard-fought game. Albany's comeback effort again falls just 1 step short. And for Albany, you got to think perhaps you need someone other than Green Bean to score a goal here for a team hungering for that offense. Now on the other side of the field, Skeletron again, another MVP performance out of him. He had every save his team needed. He had a goal to add to that as well, so Skeletron continues his great play. And for NJIT, the Highlanders got to be feeling pretty darn good. They really hemmed in the Great Danes at the end of that game and pretty much eliminated any chance for them to come back. It's a lot harder to score when you spend the majority of the game as far away from your opponent's net as you can get. And that was what the boys from NJIT did very successfully. So 2-0. Everybody's loaded in this time, and we are ready to go. As Shogun will count us down. And we are into Game 3 here on DFH Stadium. Green Bean, give and go, looking for Emperor. The shot's too high. Rebound's available, but not for long. Cleared away nicely by NJIT. That was an exciting first offensive strike attempt. As now Vessels goes for a ground pinch. Ends up being a pass that Green Bean can't finish because a defender was there to block his path. So the defense here for NJIT has had to arrive to class quite on time here, as the start of this game has already seen 2 good chances for Albany. And now here they'll come again as the Great Danes send Vessels right through his defender. Goodbye, see you later. And Vessels will strike. Vessels the touch here. That's a shot on goal. Watch up field. Boom. Wipes out the defender in net. And that's a slow roller into the goal. And the Great Danes open up with a lead here in game number 3. I believe that's their first lead of the series. So this is the first time the Albany Great Danes have been able to play from out front. not having to chase the game, and now having to chase their way back to their zone is NJIT. They're pushed forward. That shot was not on target, though. Rebounds there. Vessels! A true and straight strike from Vessels. He got rid of that purple galactic-style octane, has gone into the ninjas in pajamas, and has nipped his offensive woes in the bud, as Albany gets a second goal from Vessels here. On the bounce out to midfield, great play from him. Now, all of a sudden, the Great Danes have life. Almost losing his life was Vessels. He's going to get bumped again, gets a small touch, allows just enough time for his team to get back. Not enough, as Daysky will score. Right here, the bump on Vessels. Skeletron centers the ball. He fakes Green Bean into the next millennium and allows Daysky to fire away, and a great goal for NJIT. The Highlanders have cut the lead right in half. As soon as it became 2 goals, it is no more. Now this one's going to not be knocked all the way across the field. Daysky had to be wary of it. 50-50 here. Shot towards goal. Vessels was jumping. He's looking for his hat trick. He is on the hunt right now. The man came to DFH on a mission, and so far it is all systems go. Although Vessels has to do a little housekeeping here. Nice touch, but into the hands of Andy it falls. Jump ball here. Oh, look out. Vessels has no boost. That net's open, and Daysky will punish. He's got 2 goals to answer the 2 goals from Vessels. And just like that, it's a 2-2 ball game. As there's just not enough resources there, not enough players, not enough boost, and Albany were up the creek with no paddle. We've got an Emperor Hayes fan in the chat. We have Green Bean fans, Emperor Hayes fans. Love to see the support! And Skeletron's going to continue his successful game and series. As a big bouncer off of Andy, we've barely played 2 minutes. We've got 5 goals, and Skeletron reaches up to put that one into the back of the net, and the Highlanders have the lead. Where they have spent a majority of the game and of this series is in the lead is NJIT. Emperor Hayes is the GOAT. Don't forget, guys, when the players watch this VOD, they do have chat replay, so they will see your support. They'll see that you were in chat, so make sure, drop your support for the players. Someone needed to support the man getting demoed there. Double commit here out of NJIT. Gives Vessels a chance. Has to climb over Green Bean. Here comes Vessels. Double tap. Not quite. Rebound there. Emperor. His shot saved. Rebound available for Green Bean. And it's a full team effort from the Great Danes as they send the house. Vessels to the back wall. The save from Emperor Hayes, but he gives it back to Green Bean. Nice little pass. We're tied 3-3. Yep, Emperor Hayes with a beautiful assist there. Green Bean gets wiped out of the play. Vessels to play it in deep will give his buddy time to respawn. Emperor Hayes, nice pinch. But it'll be cleared. Look out, Highlanders chance to shoot. Skeletron, that's not who you want to have the ball. If you're Albany, they'll clean him off the pitch. You have to scrape him off because he got demoed into a pile of metal and smoke. Here's Vessels to play, and in his way was Andy. Big 50. Andy gets demo, but the ball falls to Albany. Chance for Green Bean. He couldn't reach up to it. Too high was the ball. Skeletron can play it out right into Emperor Hayes. Here he comes. Now he'll challenge the back wall. 2 men beat Emperor Hayes. Drop down strike. He's the best player you ever seen. Well, how about this? He defeats all 3 defenders in one swift motion. Drop down backboard double into the net, and 4-3 Albany takes the lead. This is our 3rd lead change of this game. Albany got in the lead first, then NJIT tied it up, went in the lead themselves, and now Albany has taken the lead right back. So a bit of a tug of war here in Game 3. A game that feels like pretty much a must-win for the Albany Great Danes, and they will send it all the way to the backboard, forcing the Highlanders to go fishing on their back wall. Vessels, awkward first touch, will play it away from his own car. And now a chance for, look out, Emperor Hayes, the boost steal from Skeletron. 2 men beat Emperor Hayes now. Chance to pass has got Green Bean reaching up. He's out of resources. Vessels and Emperor Hayes to go next. Emperor has got the ball, looking for a flip, doesn't get it. There was no indicator. When I'm casting, I've got those indicators on, so you as viewers can see when players get a flip. That one's going to deflect wide. It's helpful for casters and viewers to see when a player has a flip, and coming through was Andy trying to dunk his way past the Albany trio in net, but none of them were going to allow that. The clearance here, just about 60 seconds left here in Game 3. 2-0 series lead for the NJIT Highlanders, but the game lead is 4-3 for the Albany Great Danes, trying to get on the board themselves. 50s across, punched towards net, easy save for Andy. And he'll have the ball. Moving forward, that touch is all from him as he will bounce through. No, nobody challenged him. The demo opens up time and space, now plays it towards mid. Oh, a missed flip here for Daysky. He's got to get back. Look out! It's off the post. Rebounds there. Wide open. Oh, it was unfortunate there as Daysky just came racing back. He made a save, but then the rebound falls for Greenbean, puts it into the net. 5-3. Great Dane leads. Thought your casting was really good last night, and thank you for the good luck as well. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I do my best when it comes to casting. I try to put on a show, and especially when Nation's not here, you got to make it look good. Like I said, when Nation's away, the Fox will play, or at least watch people play, and that's what we're doing here. We're watching Albany cruise their way into, hopefully, winner's lane for them. Although, look out! It's a drop-down shot. It floats through everyone. We're not done. As this ball, a slow bouncer right here, that chip shot falls in. A tough goal to give up there. Although, if you get the win, that goal doesn't mean anything. But if NJIT can come back and tie this game, that goal is going to hurt for Albany. Final chance here. It's going to have to come on 0 seconds. Good play by Emperor. Plays it in deep. It just needs to drop down, and Albany will have life in the series, and they will have a series win under their belt. 1 of 4 needed. There's the drop down, and it is indeed a win for the Albany Great Danes. They're on the board in this series. Game 5 required. But thank you, Paul Man Trio. I don't know which player you were from last night, but thank you so much for the compliment. It means a lot. But a great game here for Albany. They got what they really needed, which was a resounding team effort. As 5 goals from the team. I said that they were struggling with offense. They just more than doubled their output there in one game. And they get the dub because of it. So a big time step forward here for the Great Danes. We'll head on over into the Utopia Coliseum for game number 4. Blinker has faith in the Institute of Technology in New Jersey. Holding his stocks. Seeing a lot of resounding Albany support for the players. So definitely a W squad here to give support. Seen a lot of Emperor Hayes love, even seen some Vessels love there as well. So the Albany trio, they're making some good friends, and they've got a win here. Perhaps because of all this support, they have found themselves in the winner's column, but now, drop down double, nearly lined up for Daysky, couldn't find it though. As it does drift wide, rebound available for Skeletron, he'll have to settle to go across the pitch. And he has the ball again, gets the flip. Vessels the save, look out the rebound, Daysky puts it up, somebody just lost their life. But everybody respawn and in position now. Vessels loses the ball, stripped right away by Skeletron, he'll get his pocket picked. In front, the defender got demoed, and Albany right now having to work on fumes and avoid the intense pressure being thrown. We've got boost steals, we've got shots on goal, we've got everything, and they're trying to break down the defense of the Great Danes. But the Highlanders having trouble finding an opening through this wall. Thrown their way by Albany, gray and purple. Andy to the sidewall, Emperor Hayes to clear. The defense, it bent, but it did not break in that occasion, and it will stay a 0-0 game. Wasn't always the prettiest, but it was effective. The 0 on the scoreboard's what matters here for Albany. They'll send Green Bean up to this one. Chance for a redirect taken away by Andy. Now Andy will try to send one towards net. Vessels to save. Emperor Hayes had to avoid the bump. Makes the save. And Green Beans to follow up. Andy will poke it off of his car, but Albany possession taken back, and they will use Andy as a buffer to clear. And everybody can reset. 2 minutes gone. No score here in Game 4. A 2-1 series in favor of the Highlanders. And now the ball taken away from Daysky. Here comes Emperor Hayes. Emperor Hayes has got a buddy in mid. He puts it just too high. The pass was good. It was just a little bit too high for Vessels, who was there. Emperor Hayes trying to go again. He'll steal the ball off of Andy's touch. Emperor Hayes. Nice flip over one. Down to Vessels. Shot on target. Rebounds there, but Green Bean will decide to play shadow. Get a nice 50 here. Opens the door for a shot towards goal. It's going to drift through, and Vessels will score. Andy with the 50 right there on Green Bean's Vessel puts just enough on this one to get it over a boostless Skeletron, and it's in the back of the net. Albany strike first here in Game 4. This is the second time they've gotten the first goal. We saw in Game 3, the last time they did that, they won. A 5-4 decision. We'll have to see if the script continues to play forward, that whichever team scores first gets the win. Still 2 minutes and some change to go here in game number 4. That one's going to get deflected high and cleared out by the Highlanders. Played back for Vessels. He's having to race away from an oncoming pressure. Yep, the Vessels fan, the Vessels support, probably liking what they're seeing. Opening goal for the man, but now look out. Here comes Andy. Challenges the aforementioned Vessels, but he makes a good play. We go to midfield. Chance for Andy. He comes calling yet again. That defense for Albany, it has been very good at shutting down this offense. A deflection. That net's open. It's off the bar. The shot too high from Skeletron. It was a slow bouncer to a wide open Skeletron. Now Green Bean, the race for the ball in the back of the nets. What a chip by Vessel. He sets off. Green Bean uses those speed flips effectively with no boost. He outraces Skeletron again, and it's 2-0. The Great Danes in front here. It was 2-0 in Game 3, series lead for NJIT. It is now threatening to become 2-2 headed to Game 5. Have to see what the Highlanders have left here offensively. They have had pressure. They cannot find the open space between the defenders, though. Even on no boost, they had the momentum going for them. They couldn't break the Albany defense. Great Danes stood tall. That's what Great Danes do. They're a very large dog breed. They stand tall, they get in your way, and you have to try and either get it around them or knock them out of the way if you can. Green Bean to the heavens over Andy. Bye-bye, he says, and it's 3-0. The collection, the steal, and the finish. Green Bean, nice and clean. And it's in. 3-0. The Emperor Haze Glaze is insane. We got the Haze Glaze going on. I like it. He has his very own student section pretty much. It's what it feels like. College basketball, the student section can be a big-time momentum shifter for any team. Right now, Emperor Hayes has got loud and proud love in the chat for him. And here he nearly was to strike. Green Bean to go next. Plays it up and decides to retreat, as Albany should be mostly focused on defense right now as they have a 3-goal lead here with time expiring. As 14 seconds left, NJIT, they're in danger of being shut out unless they can find one here, perhaps in garbage time, as time continues to waste away on the Highlanders. And don't look now, Albany bites back. The big dogs, they bite, they strike, and they have tied this series at 2 games apiece. Game 6 now necessary. The series goes back and forth. I said it was like a tug of war earlier. This literally was. The Great Danes started getting tugged towards that center line. The big dogs start tugging back, and now we're back to equal yet again. So we need at least 2 more games, maybe even the mystical game, the 3 games into Game 7. Never know what might happen there. But either way, we have got Aquadome queued up for Game 5. Skeletron taking his time and readying up, probably trying to rally the boys, take a couple breaths, maybe get an extra beverage, find something to reset the momentum gained here by a 3-0 win for Albany. Game 5, we're ready to go, and the ball is already being flung right towards the aforementioned Emperor Hayes, who is getting the chat glaze and love. Now Green Bean has to pluck that ball away from an oncoming shot. Lots of players here going forward for NJIT. They got to be careful not to commit too many. The man trying to rotate back ends up saving the ball. It deflects off of him, so no shot will result of that as the Highlanders get in their own way. But now, NJIT will collect. Nice play here by Andy. Sends it up. Emperor Hayes is camped on the backboard. He and Vessels to clear. Andy won't let that happen for long. Green Bean's touch is awkward. Sets up a shot from Skeletron. Emperor Hayes with a good save. A necessary save there for the Hayes, and a little bit of mustard. If you're an Emperor Hayes fan, hopefully you like mustard. The musty on that one. Didn't go too far, but at least it looked cool. Now Green Bean has to try and get up to this. A whifty-whifty. Sets up Vessels to go next. He's got it. We saw his goal scoring come alive in Game 3. Part of a big reason why these Great Danes have fought back from 0-2 down in this series to tie us up at 2 games apiece. Here is Vessels. Lost the ball. Andy is all over the field right now. Andy's clearly not too happy about throwing the 2-0 series lead. Is now doing everything he can to get his team back, and he's gonna fire away and score. I said he was all over the pitch, and here he is yet again. As Daysky sends it out mid, and Andy to fire away from past the midfield dot into the back of the net. Andy throws a dart, and NJIT have got the lead here in Game 5. 1-0 lead, as the Great Danes will try to recover. If the script stays the same, whichever team has scored first has won all 4 games up until this point. NJIT has scored first. That's, of course, if you believe in any sort of superstition or script following by the universe. Look out, it's in front! What a save! Emperor Hayes will unfortunately have to watch as Andy puts home the rebound. This ball got by Green Bean right there. Andy puts it on target. It's a valiant effort from Emperor Hayes, but Andy will put it in the back of the net regardless. 2-0 NJIT have got the lead. Yo, Andy, wait till you beat Emperor Hayes' judgment. This man has judgment. Well then, as a caster, I might want to hop on the Emperor Glaze train then, in order to avoid said judgment. Green Bean, all the way up to the heavens. Andy said no. He'll be cleared. Oh, what a play. As Andy stays floating, takes the ball right away and sends it all the way back into the heart of Albany territory. 50-50 ball here. Emperor Hayes does have the ball, gets it dunked off of him. It does drift across. Vessels to play it away, and not nice clear. Out of Vessels. Andy again. Andy has really elevated his game, which is what his team needs. Shot off the bar. Rebound! Green Bean is heard from yet again, and who's got the assist? It's Emperor Hayes right here. The touch. It puts it over the defender, and the bounce falls right to Green Bean. Into the back of the net it goes. There's your helper, and it's 2-1 halfway through game number 5. The lead is now cut in half. Albany back in it. This one, 50s across. Andy towards net. A heavy touch there needed to be saved away by Emperor Hayes. He'll clear and get the mid-boost spawn for him as well. Daysky's trying to run to get to this ball first. Green Bean towards midfield. 2 players go. Look out. Andy has to touch it again and gets a nice piece, but Vessels keeps the lob ball going here in front of that NJIT net. And it does get cleared down out of the zone. Redirect there. I think that was on target. Emperor Hayes is going to get credit for another save. Defensively, this man has been on point. Look out! Green Bean has to reach a helping hand in and does. 50-50 here across Vessels and Hayes. Watching as Emperor Hayes will take over. Now opts to go for boost as Andy will take the ball. Andy, definitely a MVP style performance out of him thus far this game. His team falls down 2 straight games. They were looking for answers, and Andy has found them thus far, although Albany a chance to go for net. Vessel's shot goes wide. Emperor Hayes gets clapped there by Andy. Further judgment needed, apparently. Green Bean lost the ball. It's towards net. Hayes to clear. Gets it by the first man. Third man is Andy. He's up yet again. How many times have I said Andy's name? It's literally like we're watching Toy Story. Andy is in control here. 50's off of a couple players. Vessels to go next. Gets dunked by Skeletron, who is trying to win the ball forward. This is where NJIT want to keep these Great Danes, is as far in their territory as they can get. Dunked upwards. Skeletron puts it forward. Now dropped across the net mouth. No shooter arrives until late. It was Andy. Jump ball here for Vessels. Puts it up. Green Bean's jumping, but Daysky got the better of that challenge. 30 seconds left here in Game 5. Albany is in need of a goal. They're in need of something here. A spark, a strike, something. Otherwise, they do run the risk of going to Neo Tokyo with the chance to be eliminated. NJIT have rectified their wrongs here in game number 5 and have got the lead headed into the final stretch of the game as Andy pokes it in deep. He'll just keep it there. Final deflection out towards mid. Skeletron to play next. Plays it into Vessels territory, but Vessels with no boost. That'll do it here. And NJIT have got the lead headed to game number 6. If you're wondering why I said Andy's name so much, look at the scores. Quite literally more than double both of his teammates. Actually, quite frankly, almost more than double of both his teammates combined. As Andy definitely main character energy. 2 goals for him, and there was those 2 goals that won them that game. Albany unable yet again to fight back. For Emperor Hayes, unfortunately, a one-man show there defensively helped him get the MVP performance on his team. But defense can only take you so far in the game of Rocket League. Hayes definitely did have the better score. The Emperor Hayes Glaze is wild. Blinker is not a believer in the Hayes Glaze just yet. That much is clear. He can't join back. Oh, that's not good. Whoops. Oh, never mind. We're good. He joined. We're good. Never mind. All right, so a miniature timeout there as Andy did have trouble rejoining back into the lobby. But game number 6 is off and running shot already, and who's there to make the save? Good old Emperor Hayes already on the board with a save in the stat category. Now this one will be knocked away. Bro, the Hayes gang in the chat is insane. It's amazing to see. Oh, what a 50 here by Emperor Hayes. He's going to take on another man, gets another 50. Getting some help from Vessels, but that ball does get poked all the way downfield. Daysky to clear. Skeletron will be there to watch as Emperor Hayes carries this ball right by him. Does he go? And now he gets bumped on his way through as his teammate tried to combine their efforts there. An awkward touch here for Daysky, but the ball is cleared anyway. This one, knockdown field redirect. Skim! Daysky has to be ready for that one. Not sure if it was on target. It would have been close. Either way, we won't find out the answer because Daysky reached up and made the save. Daysky gets demoed for his troubles. Skeletron to the backboard. Uncontested ball, but the shot's wide. Skeletron gets the ball. Lost the boost. Emperor Hayes now collects, but gets dunked immediately by Daysky racing on through. Hayes with the boost steal mid. Great play by Vessels. There's just nobody there to follow up, so Andy can clear. And the ball hasn't gotten by Vessels, but there to help out is Emperor. Hayes races forward, gets one man. Second man gets challenged. Daysky, last man back. A favorable spawn there for Skeletron if he spawned on the other side of the field. That could have perhaps been something more, but he spawns right there to take the ball away, and now Emperor Hayes has to make another save. The commentator in Neo Tokyo said, "Epic Seibu," and he will get one on the stat sheet. Skeletron pops it up all the way through. Bro, Gandalf's even a fan of Hayes. Who isn't a fan of Emperor Hayes? That's my question. Here's Vessels, wide open nets. The bounce escapes Vessels, and now here we go the other way. Open goal, and Skeletron puts it away. Unfortunately there, Vessels couldn't finish in the open goal. Skeletron turns it into an open net opportunity the other direction, and NJIT have scored first. And 5 games in a row, the team that has scored first has won the game. So we'll have to see, do Albany have that dog in them? Emperor Hayes has a flip reset in him as Skeletron makes a huge save. Emperor Hayes gets another touch on that ball. That's very likely the equalizer. Oh, that might be the equalizer right there. Vessels will rectify his wrong from earlier and put a dagger straight on through into the net. And Albany has drawn level here in Game 6. Halfway through the game, we are tied. A kickoff in a tie game, just like when we started 2.5 minutes ago. Game 6. Game 7 only necessary if Albany get the win here. If NJIT get the win, they're American East Conference champions. This one's going to redirect. Emperor Hayes tests Andy's willingness to go for that ball. Andy passes with flying colors, but here comes Green Bean to the backboard. Maybe going for a demo on Skeletron. Couldn't get there. This ball does get deflected over Vessels. Play here off out of the corner. Emperor Hayes chases it downfield. 50s it up. Andy now next on the ball. Drops a pass. It's over Skeletron. That means it's a floater. Everybody's jumping, and coming away with the ball is Albany. Thanks to Emperor Hayes. Vessels has no boost. He'll lose possession. The bouncer. Oh, it gets through. It gets through. Emperor Hayes' shot saved. Green Bean there on the rebound. He gets nudged out of the way by a bump, and now NJIT have to be careful. There's no boost in Daysky's tank, meaning that's all he's got. Now the play for Andy. Oh, or Skeletron, rather. They couldn't really tell who wanted the ball. Andy will walk away with it. Oh, another team bump there between Andy and Skeletron. Daysky went. It's an awkward touch. Chance for Albany here. Backboard camped out by Skeletron. Green Bean on the next one. Here comes Andy down to the pitch. Not for long. The ball gets plucked right out of his possession. Oh, now chance to shoot. Vessels had to reach up and stop that one. That would have been headed for the goal. Here comes Vessels now to the heavens over Skeletron. Next man to go is Andy. He'll follow this one for the double. Back for Emperor Hayes. He'll decide to walk it back corner. There's a boost pad waiting on him. He's got it. Now he's got the ball. Emperor Hayes by 1. Flip reset by 2. To the backboard, not by 3. Skeletron standing tall on that back wall. That's where he's been all game, and he makes another crucial touch. This one's going to 50. Green Bean. Beautiful touch by Bean. He gets a demo as well. Green Bean goes for the pinch. He and Andy collide. Ball gets plucked away. There's 30 seconds left here in game number 6 on Neo Tokyo. Now, there's a demo towards net. It does get shot, but it's wide. Rebound is available. And now this one will deflect away. Golden goal territory. Next goal is going to win this game. It's going to be 50'd forward. All the way downfield. Albany and NJIT will be headed to overtime. The back wall covered by Vessels sends it across, and this one drops down. We have got overtime for the first time in this series. Game 6. headed to extra Rocket League. A miss on the kickoff, a fake by Andy, that'll do it. As Andy gets the fake right here, he sends Green Bean flying by the ball and into the back of the net it goes. GG's, well played. Your America East Conference champions, NJIT. Stocks in Green Bean Land are not looking too good for the Emperor Hayes squad. I gotta say, man, the Emperor Hayes support in chat, I mean, this is for you guys. Bravo. You guys showed up, you were loud, you were proud, and you stuck with your boy through 6 games of Rocket League. It was phenomenal to see. Albany do, unfortunately, fall short, but what an effort there, as they were 1 goal away from sending us to Game 7. The kickoff play did unfortunately unravel for them and fall into NJIT's hands. So that is how the game and series does come to a close. If you missed any of that, don't fret, because I have the replays queued up ready to go at the end of this stream. Now, as for Nation, I do not know his availability as to whether or not he'll be able to stream the next series. If he will, CCS will be back live at 11 in 10 minutes. If not, then we unfortunately will not have that game for you, as Nation is involved in a family event and I can no longer cast after 11. So as for me, it's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you so much for hopping in. I appreciate each and every one of you, and GG's to both teams. NJIT coming through. It was a, I mean, chat interaction was a W. The fan support was crazy. Emperor Hayes, buddy, you've built yourself a, I won't call it a cult, I won't go that far, but definitely one of the more W chat support that I've seen in CCS, so shout out to the Emperor Hayes Glaze and the squad. To all of you, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Have a great Saturday night. Go enjoy yourselves for me. But as for Fox and CCS, this has been the America East Conference Championship. Congrats to NJIT, your winners. Sit back, enjoy the replays. We'll catch you next time. All the love, stay safe. Have a good weekend.
Feel it, rage, power, weakest thoughts, money driven, major fraud, breathless body, diamond bones, wanna be it, wanna feel it.